Guys, welcome to Amped. Just as we promised last time, this episode we want to cover how do you prioritize your most important priorities in life?
Yeah, and I've kind of learned this as we've talked before in past episodes, life's experiences, and basically, I think your three main priorities in life should be your health, your family, and your career in that order. Now, and it's real easy to get out of balance and lose your focus because you have to, pay for a place to live, a car to drive, food to eat. You might have a family and friends, and then that you're going to have to take care of and work with. Uh, but you don't need to put your health on the back burner. In fact, that's the most important part of all of this because without your health, you have nothing. So if
Yeah,
you aren't healthy, you can't take care of your family. You can't go to work. You can't enjoy your life.
yeah.
So that's the priorities, I think, in that order that should happen. And that's one thing I think we both do is try to help people find some structure in that.
I'm kind of very similar to your perspective. I think health is number one. I mean, you can be seated on a yacht, and if you have a headache, all you're thinking about is the headache. By the way, so health, that just doesn't cover fitness. It covers fitness, nutrition, mental, spiritual, emotional. Overall, you're like performing at your optimum. And we're going to talk about a little bit of things that you do to how do you structure those priorities to start performing better. I think the second thing, just like him, is family or loved ones. Honestly, for me as a man, personally, it's like I'm here to take care of the people that I love. Okay, that's just how I feel. I think that's the role of a man when they reach manhood. So, and you're not a boy anymore and just being distracted and going through whatever. If it's your health is taken care of, like Tom said, your family and the other aspects of your life will be taken care of as well.
What I tell my clients or potential clients is you can pay now or you can pay later.
That's a really good one.
And,
I
and,
use the
and
same thing.
yeah, and by that I
I say
mean
the
you.
pain of now, the pain of later.
Yeah, I
Your
mean, you
choice.
can either say,
Yeah.
by that I mean, if you do that now, that's going to determine what is your health going to be like and your life going to be like 5, 10, 15, 20
20.
years from
Yeah.
now. In other words, are you going to put some time and effort into the gym and nutritious eating and a healthy mindset? Or are you going to ignore all that because you're
Yeah.
so wrapped up in your career and your family
Right.
and
Right.
dragging a
Yeah.
check? But do you want to find yourself spending most of your time down the road when you get older with a poor quality of life, not feeling good, losing your independence,
Yeah.
paying for copays, sitting in a doctor's
Right. Right.
office
No, we don't
and
want
not
no.
feeling good?
What are some of the skills that our viewers can, or advices our viewers can take from you that they can go and apply on structuring a better schedule from your years and years of experience of doing this with yourself and your clients? How do you organize your schedule? How do you prioritize the important
Oh,
things?
that's a great question.
Yeah.
And the way that I do that, if you looked at my calendar, you would go, boy, this guy's really OCD because I've got,
Really?
I've got my workouts, my weight training is a certain color, but it's all in my calendar. My stretching is a certain color. I'm into nutrient timing. When do I eat before, after my workouts? It's color coded. And so I have that structure and I'm pretty good about utilizing that. Plus, I'll put reminders in
Okay.
to keep me on track and on focus and on time. So I think a lot of it is that
Yes.
you
So
have to have some sense of organization. And that's not just with, okay, I'm working 8 to 5 today. It's when
right.
am I going to get my workout in? And that is a priority for me to where nobody gets my workout time.
So what you do, so my method's a little different, but what you do is you use some type of software online, right? And
A
then
calendar.
calendar, and then you color code everything. That
Yes.
way you have, that's really good. People might judge my method, but how I do things is my morning time, just mentally, I say early morning to this time. This is going to be for my reading, for my meditation, for my sketching, if I'm going to sketch, for my training. And then I address work, and then I address clients. And that's how and I think for me, having an early start is so crucial. Even working out in the morning, a lot of studies. So there's pros and cons to both doing things at night compared to doing them early in the morning. Early in the morning, you have that less energy, that less explosiveness, obviously less calories. It makes sense, less glycogen. But it's so much more beneficial to your tissue cells if you train in the morning, to your brain cells if you get involved in cognitive things in the morning. But as time goes, later the pros and cons is that you have more energy at night than you had in the morning due to all the calories if you're training, working out, running. But your cells don't respond as much. It's just an interesting phenomenon that some of the recent studies have discovered. So that's how I organize my schedule.
Let me interject this because
Yes.
you hit on a great point that I failed to mention. That great point.
That's why we're a team. That's why
from-
we're two dudes talking.
Yeah, two dudes talking. So
Yeah.
because I do the same as you. The first thing I do in the morning, yeah, I get that cup of coffee after I drink my 8 or 12 ounces of water. But then it's my time and
Yeah.
it's quiet time, and I use it for some spiritualism. I meditate.
You have
The
to.
different things that I need to do to set my day up and to have that nice peace, bliss, and tranquility when it's quiet in the
To
morning.
help you perform. Yeah.
Before you jump out here and you're in the middle of all of this.
Yeah, exactly.
So I do the
Exactly.
same thing. That
Yeah.
mental mindset. I think that's very important. I think that's a
Yeah.
great point, Jake.
So either or. So I guess what we can tell you is that create a structure. If you're the type of people that you can't just make promises to yourself and show up for them. Make a schedule like Tom advises you to do. Find a calendar. There's so many softwares, there's so many apps out there that helps you track and schedule everything. Put the effort into doing it, because if you don't do it, it's not going to happen. Just an advice. Now, if you're the type of me, or like just mentally, you're like, this is what I'm going to execute and do tomorrow, and you actually wake up and execute everything, then that should work too. Also, one last thing, as you making a schedule for your priorities in life, like things that are very important to you in life. And by the way, the things that you're supposed to do and things that you need to be doing are the things you don't want to do or you don't enjoy doing. Okay. So the things that bring you success in your life aren't going to be the comfortable things.
Leg
So-
day.
Leg day is, yes, leg day is one. And that's why I have 2 leg days a week. It's because I hate leg day. So that's a mindset you want. The things that are challenging in life are the things that you need to be doing, because they're literally the bridge to where you need to be or want to be or aspire to be. Okay.
If you can use your time for positive and conscious living, then your life is going to flow
So much better.
so much better
So much better.
than do this, and do that.
Because then they're
you're
just
scrambling.
you're just drifting through
Yeah,
life.
yeah.
And you don't want to be on a ping pong
you're
table.
not
You want to be the
conscious.
guy behind.
Yeah. You want to run your life.
Thank you.
Like we
Such
said
a great
before,
feeling.
and you said before, and we touched on this in an earlier episode, are you a
Prisoner
of your own mind? Next time we're going to really we're going to dig deep into properly designed workout program and the importance of that.
Yeah. Is it important to have a design program for you or for your specific needs and goals and stats? Or is it okay to just come and lift weight and drop? All right, guys. Thank you for being here. Please, if you find this very helpful, you don't have to, but do subscribe if you find it helpful, and share it with others that you think it's going to be helpful to them. Also, comment. It helps us to know what you guys want us to talk about and keeps us engaged. That way we're not just rambling over all the things that we learned in the past 10, 30 years. Have an amazing day, guys. Take care.
Thank you.